Welcome back, everybody, to the Problematic Podcast. I am your friendly neighborhood co-host, Rita, with my friendly, and as we have proven now, famous co-host, Whitney. You can rebuke it all you want, but you be popping up in commercials,
that's not
in
my
ads
fault.
online. I'm playing on my phone, looking at my trading app, and whose face pop up in the ad? Whitney's. Whitney. This embrace your celebrity status.
Oh God.
And the perks that come along with it.
You know what? As soon as I get a famous person's check, I will.
Money ain't none of my business. I think you're already there, but I ain't going. I don't pocket watch because that's not a Black woman's thing. That ain't none of ours.
That is, we don't do that. That's not something that we would do. We do.
No, we actually have a follow-up. Yes, we have
we have been doing this podcast for 8 million years, and y'all finally decided to write us back.
Yes, we finally have a follow-up letter, and it's almost a little bit related to pocket watching. So, today is going to be a great, fun, fantastic episode. Before we get into music, Whitney, how was your Halloween?
It's just funny that you asked that as I'm fighting with a broom behind me.
It's very witchy back there.
But
we've already decided we've started our coven.
I have all my little charms. It's giving witch. It's giving very much. What?
I told my wife that we have a coven and we've identified our coven mark. Yes. She was like, that's fine because I'm going to start my own coven. I was like, you know what?
What was her coven?
She don't have one yet. She was
why can't she be in our coven?
That's what I was saying, but she want her own coven. So that's fine because they're not going to be as lit as us.
I don't understand. Our coven is like funny and hilarious, but also warm and inviting.
Exactly.
We're so stinking cute. Like, come on, we have matching black today, as we had matching green last week.
I love the fact that we just get on this podcast and match and don't plan this.
I promise you, it's not planned, guys. We just is that a beehive on your mug?
It is a beehive on my mug. My wife snuck into the recording and gave me coffee because
that's so sweet.
She's still not in the coven though because I didn't like her.
Let her in. Let her in.
No, I don't like her attitude.
See, this is hazing.
I think there should be a little bit of hazing when it comes to a coven.
I don't think so. Okay. I'm not. You know what? We can vet people.
Somebody has to be the mean witch, and if it's not going to be you, then it has to be me.
That's what we're talking about.
That's also
true. We're talking about because I'm kind till you give me a reason not to be.
That is true. That is like your gift.
I got fussed at this week about that damn gift because we'll talk about it when I cuss people out. But otherwise, my Halloween was lovely. We were the grannies from Bluey. It was ridiculous.
And y'all were so cute.
We had a blast. And then my kid had the audacity to get really sick, so we couldn't go trick-or-treating.
Oh my God.
I know. I was like, oh.
These kids. Well, did she at least have a good start of the Halloween?
So they had a parade at her little school. And first of all, oh my God. So many tiny humans in costumes.
Love it. It's adorable.
It was too much for me. I thought I was going to explode. But long and the short, so she got a nice size bag of treats. I don't know how this happened because like all the diabetes in my family, and maybe that's why, but we're not a candy house.
I hate you. Okay, they got dark.
I'm not. Listen, guys, we're going to be honest on here. We're redeemed and we're delivered. Amen. So, yeah, like we're not like really like a big candy house. Like we have candy, and it's so funny because like people give us candy, and we have like this big box of candy in our cabinet, and it just don't get eaten. Like on occasion, we'll go and grab something. I know,
would not make it in my house.
Don't. Fruit in this house goes like this.
I hate
like it don't even get a chance to go bad except for raspberries.
Raspberries I'll yell at them. Are so good for you.
We love raspberries, but our raspberries always go bad. I'm gonna cuss them out later. But the point is that she has a nice size bag of candy that her dad keeps eating, and I keep telling him, like, stop eating the baby's candy.
Leave him alone. She's not going to eat it.
No, 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 no. You don't understand. Oh, are we doing this right now?
No, well, I'm sorry.
I
I'm
can
on your
do this
side.
right now.
No, I don't
No,
want to do it.
we're
Leave
doing it.
Earl alone.
So, since we're
Okay.
yelling at people, he'll be the first one.
Okay.
I have a thing. Don't eat the baby's candy without asking the baby. They
That,
worked hard to trick or treat. They had
that's
to
fair.
knock doors and ask. I'm like, if you're checking candy and like they like you know, you get like a, I don't know, something small. Like that's fine. But like
A
don't,
search fee.
there's a
There's a
search
candy
fee.
tax.
There's a toll. Yes, there's a
Yes.
toll for safety.
For costume reimbursement fees.
I think that's fine. But like he went in there and ate a whole Reese cup and I was pissed. The
Whitney.
good size joint. No,
Not the regular, not the
no.
single size one.
Not like the little ones, the big joint. And I was like, you have the black ass audacity to come in here and
Leave
eat
him.
this baby's candy when she's not feeling well. He's like, she won't miss it. She's going to miss it. She's going to remember, oh God, he's coming in here.
She won't miss it. Leave him alone. I'm on his side. I'm on his side.
No, you
It's
know.
one
You
Reese's.
cannot. You are not on the podcast. You are
It's
not.
one Reese's.
I ate two
One.
mini Snickers.
Two
Oh,
I
mini
did
Snickers. That's
not
Snickers.
right.
eat the Reese's.
You ate the Reese's cup.
It was two bite-sized Snickers.
It was a
That's
special
what I ate.
special guest, everybody.
If you're
Leave
gonna
him
tell the
alone.
people, tell
Tell
them
the-
right.
All right, fine. Snickers. Sorry.
I'm glad he came to defend himself.
Out of nowhere came to defend himself.
I don't
And
think
what-
that's bad. I don't
I'm
think
here. No, I don't like it because I'm a child who had parents who ate my candy and I was upset.
it's a part of life. It teaches us
No.
about taxes and disappointment.
It
I
doesn't.
just- it's got to be done.
It does
You
not.
want, you want to know what's crazy? So when we would trick or treat, my grandparents lived around the corner from us. My grandfather wasn't much of a candy person, but my grandmother, who did have the diabetes, was.
It always
So in
is.
addition to the mom tax,
The grandma
we
tax.
had to sit aside a grandma tax from each of our bags. Now, to be fair, she loved like the old people candy, like Charleston Chews and Mr. Good Bars and stuff. But you know, if we got a little mini Chico stick, but we would put a little bag together for our grandmother. So maybe you could spin it like, "Hey, Emmy, if you want to give Daddy a treat, what would you give him?" And then
Oh, that's actually really cute.
Let her pick the
She
candy
would do
she
that.
wants to give to her daddy.
She would do that because let me tell you something about Ems. Like she is an elder. She don't know nothing about no candy. That girl's like, what is this? Like she kept holding it up, like, what is this? And she would read it, which is funny because she's 3 and she's reading, and I'll never get over it. She's like,
I love it.
What is a crispy? I'm like, Rice Krispie treats, Em. And she was like, can I
what
eat
is
this? I was like, you can
Edible?
eat it. All right.
Am allowed to eat.
Because they also
That's
gave them like
fantastic.
little erasers and like stickers, stuff like that. So when she picked up one of the erasers, she was like, I can't eat this. I was like, no, you can't. You're right.
The discernment in this baby is
My child.
beyond her years, and I love
But
that.
anyway, how was your witching evening?
It was fantastic. We did not give out candy, which next year we're gonna do. You know how when you're in a marriage, you always think the other person is gonna do certain things, and I'm like, my wife is gonna get the candy because she's the responsible one, and she's like, Rita will get the candy because she likes candy. And then we looked up and we're like, oh shit, we gotta leave the house because the kids are coming. So we went
Don't go out there.
we went and got wings, and
Oh, I thought you handed out the wings.
no, we went and got wings at Cheeky's and Pete's, and
Oh, you left. Yeah.
yeah, we left.
Abandoned ship. Yeah.
And we did. But you know, last weekend we went out to a party, which was good. I got to hang out with some friends. I think more adult Halloween parties need to happen.
Mhm.
I'm thinking of hosting one next year. Maybe you can help me with that. I feel like you should
Part
come.
of the coven.
I know that you're gonna be like in a coven and also a first lady, and I don't know how the logistics of that are
It'll
gonna
be
work
fine.
out, but
It'll be fine.
you can do it.
It'll be
You
fine.
got this.
Mhm.
If anybody can do it, you can. You about to be
I-
the coolest fucking first lady.
Busting people
ever.
out online
I
and then
love
like
it.
walking into church with my like 2-piece suit. Good morning. Amen.
I need you to not You can wear a 2-piece suit, but if I see you in a 27-piece
You
suit,
know, a respectable coordinates
it's going to
set.
be hands and feet in the parking lot. I don't want you to start dressing and shopping at Dress Barn.
Oh no, I don't like that. No,
Thank you.
I'm
You're so
Eloquy down.
fashionable.
I love Eloquy because it's like it's such a great site for like plus size ladies who like want to stay like there's some sites that make us look matronly,
I
like
don't like that.
we look like people's mamas. Eloquy was like, "Hey, how much titty do you want out?" I was like, "Bet, this is where I want to be." Not
That,
as a first lady, but just in general, not as a first
but
lady.
when you not being a first lady, it's okay to have a
Yeah,
little bit of titty out. That
just a
ain't
little
ain't no,
titty.
ain't
You
nothing wrong
know,
with that.
how much ass are we gonna hold here?
Right.
And like,
Because
what's gonna happen with it?
that's important to me. These
Yeah,
are
me
very
too.
important things from a visual standpoint, and also the person who got to carry these things around.
We got to carry these things around,
Because
but I also want to like look good in what I'm wearing.
you deserve, and you
Thank
always
you.
do. I'm
Oh,
just
thank
trying to be
you. I
like
do my
you.
best.
I'm trying to be like you when I grow up. I want to be fashionable.
You are fashionable. What are you talking about? Don't nobody
Thank
put on a suit like you do. Let me put it like
you.
that.
Know what, friend?
Sharp,
Don't make me cry.
sharp as a tack. Just
Thank you.
no, you know what? You need to do a montage of the suiting because like you get down to like the details, like the color and the stitching, certain buttons, and I'll be like,
Thank you.
yo,
Thank you, friend.
I
I do
want to
it
wear
all for the
more suits.
bitches.
Yeah,
It's all for the
everything you do
bitches.
is for the bitches.
Everything and nothing that y'all see me do is for the male gaze at all.
For the
Nothing.
bitches.
Y'all can take your eyes and put them in your pockets as far as I'm concerned. I am here for the entertainment of the bitches
For the bitches.
of all time, at all times. All times.
We are drastically
Stupid.
problematic. Drastically problematic.
What have you been listening to?
Friend, you know
Yes.
Hamilton's in the city?
Yes. Yes. And I'm
Hamilton,
thinking about going to see it for a third time.
I don't see a problem with that. I just saw it
Thank
for the
you.
third time. So I'm with you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're never gonna get any judgment out of me for seeing a Broadway musical multiple times. That doesn't bother me.
Thank you. You understand
Mhm.
because people are like, haven't you seen it already? And I'm like,
And
shut your whore mouth. Mind
right,
your
it's a
business.
great show, but also different actors, different experiences, different points in our lives. Because I just talked to the young man. Wow, I gotta stop saying that.
Auntie.
Wow,
Auntie,
wow,
please.
wow, wow, wow. Just stepping into that fourth decade of my life. Just heavy footed. Um, So yes, I talked to the actor who plays Hamilton. First of all, this cast,
Phenomenal.
let's kiss. This is the one. This is the one. The Angelica tour here in Philly till November 22nd. And the reason why I know that is because that's my kid's birthday. But also
Yes.
like November 22nd, they're gonna be here. So I would make my way downtown. Um, George Washington sings down. Aaron Burr sings down. Hamilton sings up and down.
Up and down. Both.
Eliza,
Woo.
Angelica, Peggy slash that lady with the red dress. Everybody, everybody in
Ryan
the cast.
Reynolds.
Yeah, that one, that one, that one, that one, that joint. She a baddie. She a baddie for real. Who else? Everybody in the daggone cast sings down, sings up, sings down. Phenomenal cast. Thomas Jefferson is the funniest person, funniest Thomas Jefferson I've ever seen. Like it's so good. So anyway, I've just been listening to Hamilton is what I was trying to say. And watching Hamilton in this current climate with all of the things that we have experienced. The first time I saw Hamilton, it was me and my husband's last date before we actually got married. That was the first time we saw it. Second time
Yeah,
I
I
saw
remember that because you took him and not me. I'm never going to forgive
I'm
you for
so
that.
sorry, friend. The second time we saw it, I'm so sorry, I love you. The second time we saw it, it was with a friend and we were all wearing masks. So it was a
Oh.
different experience. And then now, right before the election, you know, and the actor he talks about it in the interview we did. Y'all can go see it over on my Instagram. He talks about how like certain things hit different and how certain things feel eerie, like listening to different characters argue, like
Mhm.
Jefferson and Alexander Hamilton having their debates and things like that. You'd be like, whoa, wait, what? Like it's a lot. It's a whole lot. But like one last time.
Great
baby.
song.
Hits when I tell you hits different. History Has Its Eyes on You hits different. Like, so I've just been in my Hamilton bag. So
I think that really puts it in perspective, and not to be all gloom and doom here, because I do love Hamilton, but to hear you talk about One Last Time, like by the time you guys are listening to this episode, it will be the day before the election,
yeah,
and
y'all.
truth be told, if it doesn't go the way we need it to go, these are going to be our last few weeks of
Joy and
sanity
liberation.
and basically, because God only know, like I'm married this week, but God only knows if they'll void
My.
my marriage certificate within the next 4 years. And like
My.
that may sound hyperbolic, but
So did
I
the
had
fall
the,
of Roe v. Wade.
I used to have the right you or access to maternal health care and an abortion if I so needed to, but now I don't. So I don't know, you never know. Maybe we should like plan a party for either way it goes, because it
A
might
going
be.
away party because I'm leaving. I'm getting the hell out of here.
Oh, but let me tell you, if it goes the wrong
Abandoned
way,
ship.
the time and effort I'm putting into this coven,
Oh, listen.
I'm gonna have to lean into
Well,
it
dang, if we're
because
gonna be putting time and effort in the coven, I can't leave.
I'm
I
just
gotta help.
I'm just
Gotta bring
saying,
my own witchy powers.
that's going to be my labor of love. But yeah, Hamilton is that is one album that has not left my rotation. Like I listen to something on that album every week.
Every
It's a part
week.
of like all my random playlists.
But the last like 48 hours, it's been like heavy on the Hamilton.
For sure. I have been listening to Tyler, the Creator. So I'll be
Oh
fair.
yeah.
Tyler, the Creator, came out with a new album, and the album is titled Chromacopia. And I won't review the whole album. I like some of it. I don't like some of it. He's got some pretty good features. I had some issues with the production. One of the things is I feel like in a lot of the songs, the background music is way louder than the vocals. So it's kind of discombobulating and makes it hard to get into the song. But his latest single, Thought I Was Dead, when I first heard the song, I heard the song before I saw the video. And I'm like, I don't like this. Cause again, I'm listening to it in the car and I'm hearing these loud background vocals. And it's kind of muting out his actual vocals. And then I saw the video, which is Tyler, the Creator, standing on the wing of a plane, dressed as a World War II new recruit, moving and dancing with the strangest fucking haircut ever. And I
Okay.
actually took the time watching it like on a screen where the production didn't seem as garbled, sat and listened to the words. And it is a testament to the stubborn bitch inside of me who just, when you don't like people or when people, it's a song about people who playing in your face
Yeah.
and they are not qualified to play in your face. And I think that's why it resonates with me so much. And he's got this line that says, don't put me with them niggas. I don't ha kiki with them niggas.
Well,
And I would like to put that on a shirt because
can
same, Tyler.
embroider it on a pillow for me, please, since I'm in my granny phase.
Same,
Yeah,
Tyler.
Tyler.
Please
What
do
was
not
it?
put me. He said, don't put me with them niggas. I don't ha kiki with these niggas. I don't. I
Absolutely.
don't. Cheers to that bar.
Mm-hmm.
For those who love Tyler the Creator, it's more of the same of Tyler being creative and like the genres all over the place. It's hip hop, it's electric, it's punky, it's weird. He's talking about having a kid on the album, so we don't know if Tyler got a baby out there floating around. It's like him going back and forth with the young lady who he's gotten pregnant. I don't know what's going on in Tyler's life, but we're gonna pray, keep his family lifted in prayer. Hope everything's going okay. But
Okay.
I mean, it's an okay album. I am a casual fan of Tyler the Creator, and what I mean by that is anytime he releases a product, I'm going to listen to it from front to back. And there's probably going to be half the songs I just can't get into because they're a little too weird for me. And there are other things that are sonically just really enjoyable. And this song, Thought I Was Dead, is sonically enjoyable and lyrically just resonates with me because I don't ha kiki with these niggas. I
I don't.
it's like
Don't.
you take They Not Like Us, and if They Not Like Us needed a follow-up, Thank you, Tyler.
Don't
You've
put me
given
with
it to
them.
us. Don't.
Mm-mm.
I am not like these
Mm-mm.
niggas. I do not
And not, and don't, and will
It
never.
won't. Whitney, you get
Hello?
it. You get it. You
Mhm.
understand me. So yeah, that's been really sitting with me. Do we want to let me start by saying, if you're listening to this and it's Monday or Tuesday, if you haven't voted today, go vote. Because if it's Tuesday,
Carry your
go
ass
vote.
outside.
And if it's Monday, what
Get
time
ready.
y'all going to vote tomorrow?
Get ready to.
Please take your cousins, go pick up your auntie.
Your grandma.
Please make sure that y'all vote.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna tell you who to vote for, Kamala Harris.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you.
But this
I'll tell you.
podcast is endorsing Kamala Harris.
Full stop.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
Please go out and vote because the Death Eaters are standing on the porch
They are
looking to
at the
come in.
door. They want to come in.
I'm not in the mood for that. But also to the people, I know
To
you
the
are
people.
volunteering, you're trying to get the word out, you're trying to raise dollars because we're trying to get Kamala elected. And I love and respect all of y'all. But I cannot take another text message.
My God, on today. Make it stop. Leave me
Please.
alone.
When does it stop?
It don't. It don't. It
My
don't. It
wife
simply will
got a
not.
text message at 10:35 from a man named David asking for
David?
$47
47.
for
Yes. I got
Kamala's
that same text
campaign.
message.
What? David,
David.
please.
I am in the bed, sir. There is a bonnet on. I don't want to hear nothing about nothing, especially not with grocery money. Are you kidding me?
I was like,
$47?
you need to text David's ass back right now and let
Cuss him
him
out.
have it. I am not joking. I counted yesterday. Yesterday I got 19 campaign texts.
Oh,
19.
God. You don't
This
just tell them
phone,
stop?
I don't get
You don't just
19
tell them stop?
messages. I do. It doesn't matter because then David and Chris and Abby and Melanie and Jennifer
I hope
just
they're
send me
listening.
different messages.
I hope they're listening.
This phone don't ring or ding 19 times for the people who love and care about me during the day.
And we love and
I
care
just
about you.
want to tell everybody, Lala already has my vote. She has had my vote since 2010. Please don't text me no more.
Don't text me no more.
When will it end?
Don't. Election day.
No, it won't. Because remember, y'all said that in 2020, and I was like, how much y'all want to bet we still gonna be getting text messages
Don't say that because
on
there's nothing we could
Wednesday?
do. There's nothing we could do
No,
on Wednesday.
it just won't
Oh,
stop.
donations.
Yeah, you can still donate. You can still, let's hope. It is my hope that
Lord,
we have election
Savior,
results on
Jesus
Wednesday.
Christ.
But if we don't
We're
have
not. We're
results
not
on
getting them on Wednesday.
Wednesday, we're not.
We're not. They're going to try to muck this up so bad. I was actually just on a meeting where folks were talking about this, where there's a bunch of cases already in the loop, like about like some mail-in voting and things like that. Because there's a certain party that wants to make voting very difficult, and I don't understand why people will want to vote for that party. Like, why don't you want everybody to have their own voice? Oh yeah, because you're bigots.
That part.
You're
That
bigots.
part.
Very comfortably, loudly bigots. Cute. Very, very cute. And as soon as people need to pay attention to that, because some people learned, unfortunately, they learned the hard way, that if they come for me in the morning, they're gonna come for you at night.
Yes.
Are we at this segment?
Yes, we're here. Let's do it. Go for it.
This is Whitney talking. This is not Whitney talking for every Black woman. Latino voters. The way some of y'all caped, were excited, were elated to back DJT. Only to have this man drag your mamas, your grandmamas, your abuelitas, your abuelos, your tios and your tias to spit on who you are. And then now y'all want to change your positions. See, it was cute when it was Haitians. It's not cute when it's Dominicans. Even though
Crazy.
they're on the same damn island.
Neighbors.
Same damn island, just different stops along the transatlantic slave trade. It was cute when it was niggas. It's not cute when it's y'all. The way people wanted to backtrack so quickly. Hold on, wait a second. It was cute when it was them over there. It's not cute when you're talking about me and mine. And I mean, welcome. You late, but welcome. But also, like, we see you. We see you. We see you. And this is not to all the Latino voters. This is to a very, very specific niche group who were going to vote for Donald Trump, because obviously you have all different kinds of people who are going to be voting for these two candidates. And the overwhelming majority of the people who I have seen, Latinx people, are voting for Harris because they got good sense. But for the ones who want to cape for whiteness, and this goes out to all the marginalized groups that want to cape for whiteness, they don't like you. They don't care anything about you. If that affirmative action case didn't prove that, hello, Asian community. Because now y'all are suing the very organization that a lot of y'all were working with to eliminate affirmative action, because you thought it was the niggas keeping you out of school.
No.
No.
It's not. It wasn't us. We tried to tell.
But we told y'all. And Asian people also told you. People within your own community said, I don't want to be part of this. I don't want my name on this. This is not good. This has nothing to do with us. We need to look at the legacies. We need to look at the wealthy people who buy their way in by donating a building or some shit or some money. The people who are cheating their way in, we need to look at them. It's not these people out here who are just trying to get in, same as us. And some of y'all were hoodwinked and bamboozled, and now look at you. Now look at you. I hope that rally that happened at Madison Square Garden opened up y'all eyes and that they stay open. Welcome to wokeness. Because they really, truly do not care anything about you, and never have and never will. And as soon as they are done with the most vulnerable, who are they coming for? You. Talking about build the wall, separating families of migrants, talking about Mexicans being rapists and drug dealers and things like that. This man has been on record for some of the most vile language and vile practices against your community, and y'all are still trying to vote for him? Mm-hmm. Until someone said something about Puerto Rico. Crazy. Whiteness is a hell of a drug. I'm sorry, go ahead, babe.
Oh no, you're absolutely right. I sat and watched that the clips from that Klan rally he had late last week. And to hear again, sometimes I can't help but think like a campaign strategist. I cannot help it. Many of you who are listening may not be from the state of Pennsylvania, but I have the pleasure and the privilege of living in Philadelphia. And Donald Trump and Kamala Harris have been in Pennsylvania, specifically Philadelphia, tag teaming multiple days a week over the last 3 to 4 weeks. I know because I get stuck in the traffic.
Oh, honey.
Kamala was here all last weekend. Donald Trump was holding a round table down the street from my house this week.
Lord have mercy.
We have all, MSNBC has said it. Fox News has said it. CNN has said it. Pennsylvania is the battleground state this election. Whoever wins Pennsylvania more than likely wins the election. Mm-hmm. And there are 500,000 Puerto Ricans just in this state.
Just in this state.
So the campaign strategist in me does not understand why Donald Trump, and I don't want him to be successful, but from a strategy standpoint, some shit's just dumb.
It doesn't make any sense.
Understand when you are battling and fighting for your fucking life for one state, you target the population that has 500,000 people in that one particular state and say that their homeland which is an American territory, you fucking idiots.
So
You
stupid.
say that their homeland is a floating pile of garbage in the Caribbean? That's how you plan to win this thing? I actually celebrated because I'm like, that's the stupidest shit I ever heard. He can forget. He can kiss Pennsylvania good fucking bye.
Hope
Because
so.
I hope so. It's looking pretty good so far. Now,
I hope
granted,
so.
we'll see. But it just goes to show how stupid these people are. Because you wouldn't, I don't care what state you're from, 500,000 people is a lot of fucking people, especially in an election. Why are you insulting anyone?
Why are you insulting anybody? That's
One.
the point.
One. But with us having one of the largest Puerto Rican populations in the country, why? Why you set out and fixed your face to allow this person on your stage and your platform to insult American citizens is
Yep.
beyond my comprehension. And it just goes to show, like, bigotry is always rooted in ignorance
That's
and
it.
stupidity.
Absolute
There's no
abject
sense
stupidity.
to be made from it. You people
Zero.
are just not smart.
Just not.
So
And
dumb.
never been. And never been smart.
It's profoundly stupid. And I just laughed because I'm like, does he know? Because he's got to come to Pennsylvania in 2 days. Does he know who he's offending? Have you been to Philadelphia at all? You look around and guess who's here? It's Black people and our Puerto Rican brothers, sisters, cousins.
Yeah.
These are our neighbors, our friends, our family. We cook out together. This is what this city is.
Yeah. It was very stupid. But it tracks. It tracks. When you run a campaign based on hate and ostracization and fear mongering and just vitriolic, like vile, all that gross stuff. Of course you're gonna make a gaffe this big. Of course you are.
Stupid. Just
of course you are.
Like, I just cannot believe that these people are that dumb. And then I think about it, I'm like, yeah, actually.
Yeah, I can. I can. I said, oh, I said, for real? Word.
That should just look like a Klan rally to me. Like without the mask.
That's all it was. Masks are off.
Now, if they're saying this during the run up to the election, you guys can just imagine what the fuck we'd have to go through.
Or we don't.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely
Y'all can carry your asses to the polls
right now. It's Tuesday, and you are hearing our beautiful voices. Well, Whitney's beautiful voice and my voice. That
you're
is
lovely,
tattered with
you're lovely
foolishness and chaos. As my friend once said, get up and go vote right now. Right?
Get your ass up and vote. What did Jennifer Lewis say? Get your ass up and vote. She made a whole song.
And then like go get brunch afterwards, or go get dinner, go get wings, do happy hour because you deserve. But please, I'm begging you people, because I can't do another 4 years. I like being married, and I don't want some federal mandate telling me that I ain't married no more. So
yeah, and like I'm tired of hearing these. Like, there's another thing. I just learned of a fourth woman.
Oh Lord.
This is 2 in Georgia and 2 in Texas. States that have abortion bans. 2 women in each state, each of those states, who have died with the direct effect being these abortion bans. Now, what are we going to do, y'all? What are we going to do? Because this is not for play. This is not like where we put the stop sign or whose park gets their trash picked up. All the parks should have their trash picked up. Or who, like, I just want to put that out there. Or like, stuff like that. This is not for, like, not that those things are for play, but this right here is not for play, because just like Rita said, this is her family. Yeah. This is her family we're talking about. This affects so many families, like, Rita's family. This affects my family. I'm a woman. I identify as a woman. I'm a woman. I have a girl child. I'm concerned about her health and well-being. I have a Black husband They think that that's, enemy number one. So like this affects a lot of people. This is not just fear mongering, which a lot of y'all like to toss around that phrase. And I'm like,
Y'all learned a
how is
new
it fear mongering?
catchphrase.
I know. How is it fear mongering when it's our lived experience? Like we have like actual data, we have actual experiences to back this up. It's not fear mongering. We're not trying to make you scared. We're trying to show you why we are behaving the way we are. And it's uber frustrating because like I'm watching these people having to mourn their loved ones because of these direct abortion bans. These are harmful and these are dangerous. But before we get into that, I think it's time for us to take a quick break.
Take a quick break. We'll be right back, guys. Hey guys, we love to hear from you over at the Problematic Podcast. So if you've got a problematic story or a question you'd like to ask us, you can now text it to 609-316-6152. Again, the number is 609-316-6152. Standard messaging rates apply, and we love to hear from you. Now let's get back to the show. Welcome back, everybody. Whitney, please continue.
I am absolutely 150,000% done with you morally superior, ego stroking assholes who keep making your way to the accounts of marginalized folks to try to preach to them. This feels like an opportunity and this is not everybody. And I want to say this, I want to be abundantly clear. I'm talking to a very specific group. I am not talking to every white person. Okay. A lot of white folks know what's up. And a lot of white folks are doing the right thing. But this is a very specific group of white folks, very specific, very niche group of white folks who are on the complete other end of the MAGA folks we were talking about. You can keep your moral superiority when you get some lived experience about having to fight for your daily right to exist. So many of y'all have all this theory, and y'all think that your theory makes you smarter than the people who are actually have these lived experiences. Let me just put something in perspective for you. I and my siblings are the first generation in my family born with the right to vote.
Say that.
I am the first generation of my family born with the federal right to vote. Voting Rights Act came down in 1965. My mom was born some years before that. My dad was born some years before that. They were not born with the right to vote. I, at 39 years old, am part of the first generation of people born with the right to vote. And so you looking at a marginalized community that was literally brought over here as imports, not as immigrants. You're coming over here and, we can talk about all of the ways history has got us fucked up as a people and how we are still here and still one of the most consistent defenders of democracy, the consistency that exists in Black people, not because of our own moral superiority like with y'all, but because we need to survive. So you're coming over here to tell a bunch of people who are just trying to survive that we are bad people for voting a certain way. Meanwhile, you get to exist as Abby. You get to exist as Todd. You get to exist as James and as Corey and as Lily and all these other people. You get to exist as an individual. When you leave the house, you get to be yourself. As soon as we leave the house, we are representing our entire race that has ever been and will ever be.
And it's so exhausting.
It is exhausting. Like I am, and I hate to put it, we got to put it this way. The fact that I'm 3 times more likely to die. Actually, I saw a new report. It says 4 times more likely to die from birth complications, despite it has nothing to do with my socioeconomic status, my education status, my marital status, has nothing to do with it, than a poor white woman, me, with all of the resources I have. I'm still more likely to die than any group of white women in the maternity space. That tells you everything you need to know. The fact that our communities are more polluted, the fact that our communities are less well-funded, that our schools have been defunded. We talk about defunding. Our schools have been defunded. Like, there's so many things we can point to where Black folks have literally just been trying to survive. And we have all these obstacles. And the fact that so many of us are thriving is telling of the endurance and the resilience of our people. So until you have the lived experience of who you are intrinsically, being offensive to everyone, you can't talk to me. You can't talk to me. Keep your moral superiority. Keep it right over there. Lock it up tight. Lock it up tight. Because here's the thing. You want to talk about liberation. You want to talk about communal liberation and collective liberation, but you haven't done the work of any liberation. Because here's the thing.
Zero work. Using your thumbs on the internet is not work.
That's not work. That's not the work. That's not the work. That is a form of work. That is not the work. And I'm frustrated because you only learn that language of liberation because you got it from us.
Stolen and borrowed.
You got it from us. How else would y'all have known that? The privilege of whiteness is not just that you get to exist in absolute ignorance and be completely centered. It's that you don't have your identity as a white person projected as a negative. Meanwhile, I'm somebody's baby mama. My husband is a thug and a killer. Our kids are bad. You know, all of our stuff is underfunded because we're just bad people. Like, it's us. That's what it boils down to.
Yeah,
it's gotta be us. It's gotta be us. It's not all
the 400 years of disenfranchisement. That's not, a great place to start.
4 whole centuries. And I can't imagine what a Native American must feel like right now, looking at all of this foolishness. I can't even imagine. So I'm gonna say this. Until you have the lived experience, keep it over there. Second thing, to the Black folks who are allowing these folks the platform to speak up and say, well, my Black friend or this Black person, you are being used as a tool of white supremacy.
Point blank, period.
No, we are not monolithic, but we do monolithic shit. And I know I say this regularly.
That's a bar. That is a bar.
We're not monolithic. We think very differently, but we do monolithic shit. And anything that like goes against, like, I saw a Black woman today, like, I'm so ashamed of my community just voting for Harris just because she's a Black woman. We're voting for Harris for a lot of reasons. One of those is that she's been in every branch of government.
That's a great place to start.
That she knows what the hell she's talking about, that she could string a sentence together.
A whole one.
A
subject and a predicate.
That she has receipts that have benefited. Oh, I loved it. I let somebody have it the other day. I thought you would be proud of me. Somebody asked me, what did Kamala Harris do specifically for the Black community? And when I ran the receipts, they deleted their comments.
We don't want to play anymore. No, get back here.
Give me back that ball. We playing. You can't be mad that I'm shooting all these threes on you. You stand here and take this ass whooping. I'm not playing with people. Like, I'm not playing with the misinformation and the disinformation. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, anyway, back to the Black folks. You can vote for whoever you want to. You can do whatever you want to. But your community, like I said, we're not monolithic, but we do monolithic shit. Your community is like, all right, how do we survive another election? It's not get Jill Stein to 5%. Because that's been like the thing for like several decades now.
Jill Stein's name is starting to feel like Candyman's name when I hear it. Like, please stop saying that shit. I do not want to hear her name ever again.
I don't talk to me. Don't talk to me about that lady. That lady, she put on one keffiyeh and y'all lost y'all minds. She walked in one rally with one pizza box sign and y'all lost y'all minds. Y'all are so excited to cape for white people who pretend to cape up for you that y'all will literally hand over your entire community just to cape for this white lady who has not had any receipts. Show me the receipts. What has she done in the community? For
I
our
ain't seen a
community.
Jill Stein in a community ever. You know, and I was one of Bernie Sanders' biggest haters. I'll say that. I just
Same.
not that he did anything wrong. It was just like, oh my
It was
God.
his people. It was the
It's
people with him.
yeah, the
Yeah.
Bern people were irritating as fuck. But Bernie Sanders had the receipts.
At least he had the receipts.
Before he was running for office, he was out getting his ass kicked on the front
Mm-hmm.
lines, fighting for civil rights. He had been in his community and in Black communities, advocating for better education, advocating for better resources.
He's got receipts back to the 60s. We weren't playing with him.
Literally,
We're not playing with Bernie.
dating back, receipts, pictures, photographs, failed attempts and successful attempts dating back to the 1960s. So for as much as I liked him or didn't like him, his record was and still is what his record is.
Yeah.
Did
it
I
was
think
the people we didn't like. We didn't mind Bernie. It was the people.
Again.
Yeah.
Now, if that were Jill Stein, I'd have less vitriol for her.
Less to say. I would have less to say. Where you been at, Jillian? Because like nobody knows you. Or as we see in Greek world, who sent you? Who sent you? Saint is it actual? Yes, saint.
I have learned something new today.
Who sent you?
Girl, please.
Gotta put that T at the end of scene. Who sent you?
Go back to wherever the fuck you are when it's not an election.
It's not an election.
I didn't hear Jill Stein's name last year or the year before that. Where
I'm gonna be an
been,
asshole
sis?
because on November 6th, the day after, I'm like, now's the time we start talking about third-party candidates, guys. Now's the time where we start working on it.
And she's gonna disappear
this
into
right here
obscurity again. Just like Mehmet Oz did when he was running for U.S. Senate in Pennsylvania. I ain't seen Dr. Oz ass since. He lost that election, and I ain't seen him cheering for Gritty or the Flyers. Where the fuck is Mehmet?
Mehmet is going. Remember he went to Wagner's?
Yeah. This man was out here trying to eat patch cheesesteaks and over in Kensington, lost the election, ain't seen him since. I thought you were for Pennsylvania.
I thought you were for Pennsylvania. Where you at? Who sent you?
Dr. Oz. Fuck Jill Stein. Both of y'all.
I wish I could go back in time and tell Oprah no. It's not her fault. It's not her fault. I refuse to blame Dr. Phil and Dr. Oz on Oprah. But I wish I could have told her no.
Like, just saying.
Yeah, just saying.
Just saying. But
just saying.
You know, I try and give it before the world was weird, we would say things like, who you vote for is your business.
Yeah.
But now
it's my business.
It's gotta be my business because it's my maternal health. It's just my health in general. It's my climate change. It was 80 degrees on Halloween. 80.
It's my business.
Actual degrees.
80 of them.
At the end of October, guys. My birthday is in the summer. It should not be the same temperature as my birthday as it is on Halloween. That's not how.
It is November and it is 80 degrees outside. November.
I'm going outside for a run because it's warm enough. I don't
Might
know
as well, child.
What else is going to make it real and apparent for everyone. But yeah, please vote. If you're listening, make plans to vote. If it's Tuesday, hit pause on this and then go vote. And then come back and listen to the rest of the episode because we have a very interesting problematic letter. And it's a follow-up, which we're so excited about.
I want to hear. I'm so excited. Oh, wait. Raspberries. All right. So my My daughter has been she loves fruit. We started her out eating like salads, and we were like, it was like avocados, it was rutabagas. The husband, he picked the rutabagas. They're
He's
not
so
bad. If you cook
country.
them right, they're not
They're
bad.
pretty good. My grandma used to make them.
Yeah.
She was also country. Sorry, no shade. I love Earl. He's
You
wonderful.
didn't have to take me out like
I'm
that, Brad.
sorry.
Don't talk
We
about my
love
country ass husband.
we
I
love
know he
rutabaga.
country. He said he's not country because he doesn't burn trash. I was like, that's the
Okay,
only determinant. You grew
that's
up across the
that
street from
bar's not high enough.
a
We're
huge. I thought you said barn. I was
no.
about to just die.
No, that bar's not high enough. Try again. Give us something else.
That barn door don't open.
It doesn't.
So raspberries. So we bought raspberries, and then like in a few days they started growing fuzz, and I was
Mm-hmm.
very upset. And I was like, so is that why they put them in those tiny containers? Like
Mm-hmm.
you got to eat them that day?
Yes, you got 2.5 days before raspberries will be like, fuck y'all. If you don't want me, I
Beards,
don't want you. It's not staying in
beards.
an abusive relationship in the back of your
No,
refrigerator.
they look like the seven dwarves in there. I was like, oh, look at the fuzz. They've done apple bottom jeans, boots with the
So,
fur.
a tip for anybody who's looking to preserve their produce. This works for spinach, salads, lemons, whatever the case may be. If you want to preserve your fruit for a little longer, you can slice an apple or a lemon wedge and sit it inside the container with your fruit, and the apple and the lemon will accelerate and go bad faster, but it will preserve your actual produce. So that is
Oh, we're doing this.
how I have learned to preserve my produce. It works. It's a crazy thing. I didn't
I
believe it.
love
I was
it.
like, what kind of witchcraft is this? But lemons and apple slices,
I
if you
love
put them
this.
in your container with your produce, it works for collard greens, it works for grapes. Put it in the
I love
container
this
with your fruit, and it'll give you a few extra days with your produce.
because we apparently take way too long to
Yeah.
enjoy ours.
Put an apple slice in there and
You know what?
watch your raspberries thrive. Or lemon.
Yes.
Lemons work also.
We do love a lemon,
Yes.
which I
Mhm.
didn't think that she would, but she likes lemon wedges. She likes pickles. She should be eating stuff.
I love pickles.
I do too. Okay, so when I was pregnant with her, Earl got me the biggest jar of pickles, and I ate maybe
Country.
10 of them. And then all of
Country.
a sudden I was like, this craving wants Cocoa Puffs. So
Okay, that's pickles and
remember,
Cocoa
y'all
Puffs.
had to send me in contraband?
Oh, yes. Yes. Dear God, what a time.
Oh my
Ooh,
God.
okay. No, it sounds bad when you say it now. It's like, you
Y'all
support
had
your
to.
friend when they're going through because give her what she wants, but afterwards, pickles and Cocoa Puffs. Okay.
No, not together.
Not
Not
together, but
together.
still in
No, that.
succession, it's still strange. Just a little odd. A
Your
little odd.
cravings. Your cravings.
That's fine.
All right,
That's
I'm done. I'm done yelling at people. Oh yeah, carry your asses to vote. That's all
now,
I had to say.
right
Carry your
now.
ass.
Hit
Yes.
pause, go vote, then come
Yeah.
back.
Or you can listen to this while you stand in line.
That works. And share it with your friends.
Yeah. Tell people we're entertaining. We're
We
a little
are.
election day entertainment.
All right.
What's
So,
up?
a few months back, we had a letter from a young lady whose issue was that she was in a great co-parenting relationship, but the child's father was a little hesitant about paying for karate, but the grandmas were like, we're paying for karate, boy, we don't care about that.
What
So we
happened
got
to
a
her?
follow-up letter from that same young lady. Let's give her a new name, Whitney.
Jolene.
Jolene. I'm working on a painting called Jolene 5 times. It's so weird. I'll be sharing it with the world in a few days.
I can't wait to see.
Okay, Jolene wrote, I'm back, homie. My ex and I are still cool with parenting, and he's been transparent that money is a little tighter in his household. My daughter gets everything she wants and needs, and his mother is a big help. But the issue is he keeps getting little attitudes when things come up and we need to do for our daughter. I'm not going to stop asking him because he's a dad, but I also don't want to deal with the mood. So sometimes I go directly to his mom. It feels like tattling. Got any advice?
Ooh, lady. That ego be getting in there when it comes to the men folks' pockets.
I do. It makes
It
them
do be
mean.
getting there.
When the
Yeah.
girls came out and said it makes men mean, and I started paying more attention to what some of my hetero friends were going through,
Mm-hmm.
it lines up, it makes sense.
They don't like to feel broke. They don't like to feel broke. You know, sometimes we go through periods of time where we are broke. It happens. It's no indictment against your masculinity or your identity. It's just like part of life, like ebbs and flows. Um, I think that this is an opportunity because I'm trying to phrase this in a really positive way. This is the opportunity for growth across the board because you're coming together with your co-parenting, and that's admirable and beautiful unto itself because a lot of people can't even do that. They can't be the adults in the room when it comes to their children. But y'all seem to have that part down. It might be time for a transparent conversation between you and the ex, because you know it's okay to not have it. Like there's no shame associated with not having it. It doesn't mean like you don't work or that you're lazy or that you're incompetent or that you don't know how to save. Sometimes it's just that you just don't have it. And so this can be a conversation between you and the ex, like, hey, here's some things that she wants to do. What can you take care of? Or what are you willing to contribute to? You
Right.
know, phrase it like an opportunity, like, hey, this is what we're thinking about, this is what she wants. How can we do this? How can we go half? How can we go partial? Like whatever that is, make it out to be an opportunity for him to like step up. And then like if if he catches an attitude, bring that up and say, like, you know, I and be transparent. This is difficult, especially when it comes to exes, but be transparent and say, you know, I've noticed that there's some hesitancy or reluctance when we have these financial conversations. And I just want you to know that it's okay to not have it. There's no judgment here. Where I'm just trying to do the best for, you know, what your child's name is. And it's okay if you
Jolene
can't contribute
Jr.
to this thing. Jolene, no, don't name the baby Jolene. No, not the baby. I'm just being silly. Um, yeah, being being transparent and like getting real, getting to the root of things. Um, but make sure like he's prepared for that conversation as well. Some folks are really not prepared to have these conversations. Like you don't know like what's going on in their head or what's going on in their lives. And you come to bring up this very real and needed conversation, and folks spaz on you. That's not the right word. Folks lose it on you because they weren't prepared for that conversation. So, you know, be frank, be honest, be timely, get directly to the point, I would say. Focus on the child, focus on her needs. Um, take his like acknowledge his emotions and acknowledge those are valid, but then put them side by side with the child's needs. It's like, so I understand that you feel this way. I understand this conversation makes you feel uncomfortable, but for the for the benefit of our daughter, let's make sure that we are at least having these transparent conversations. This is not a judgment call. I'm not here to judge you. I'm not here to shame you. I'm not calling you a broke bitch. I'm here to just say that
Whitney.
the baby needs sneakers. And if you can't get the sneakers, that's fine. But I don't want to associate emotions with money. And it's just like, well, no, because sometimes
You're
they feel
right.
like we're trying to call them broke bitches. I'm like,
And
we're not trying
sometimes
to call
y'all
you
do
broke
be
bitches.
calling them broke bitches.
Sometimes y'all over there
Y'all, I've seen it.
do. Yeah, don't do that. That's not nice. Don't do that. That's not nice. But for the benefit of your child, make sure you're acknowledging his discomfort and then bring it back to center. Like, I understand this is really uncomfortable. At the same time, she needs these sneakers for soccer. Like, you know, or whatever the case may be. And then also offer him an out. Like, hey, talk to your mom about this. Like, if your mom is able to help, like, y'all can tag team it. She can give the money to you. I don't ever have to know about it.
Listen, that ain't none of my damn business. As long as
None of
little
my
baby
business.
JoJo get what she needs.
Let JoJo, let the baby have what she needs. That's all I got.
Whitney, you're so good at this. And it
I'm
was so
not.
well said. I mean, you've given me very little room here. I mean, you hit the nail on the
Sorry,
head.
friend.
It does seem to come down to ego. I think the attitude is based in the ego. And, if this is the man who's the co-parent that you've shared in your previous letters and in this letter, then he's active and involved and wants to do a better job than his finances are allowing him to do right now. I think it's fantastic that his mother is in the picture and is able and willing to supplement and help. It's a beautiful thing.
That's
I get
massive.
why you feel like you're tattling, but also it's your responsibility to get your daughter what they need. And if that means working with both the father and the grandmother, I get it. I would just caution you to do it in a way that he feels comfortable. And
Mhm.
now, probably shouldn't say this because I know there are a few men who listen, but women have a code amongst them. And I'm sure that this is happening in this relationship. And the code is, what a man don't need to know to protect his ego, he don't need
Oh,
to know to
you
protect
don't
his
need to
ego.
know.
So I'm sure that there are conversations that you have had with this man's mother that he'll never know about. And if
He'll
it needs
never
to
know about it.
operate within the confines of that secrecy and that woman understanding to preserve his ego, then do that. Because you have to do what you need to do for your daughter. You're not tattling, you are doing what you need to do as a mother.
That's
And the
it.
expectation is that he needs to do what he needs to do as a father. But I think Wendy's absolutely correct. If you frame it as hey, I'm not judging you, and you don't need to give me the attitude because I'm not your enemy here. Like, you
No.
have it, great. You don't have it, cool.
Cool.
You and I are still cool at the end of this conversation as long as little baby JoJo gets what she needs. No need to give me attitude, because if I start giving you attitude back, this co-parenting relationship that has been working with the grandmothers starts to fall apart.
And we don't want that.
So give me a little less attitude and a little more
Please.
transparency. I don't know how you're coming to him and approaching him. I am never been a fan of tiptoeing around people's egos. I know that straight women
Absolutely
have
not.
to do it, and I keep y'all lifted in prayer. But make the conversations as comfortable for him as possible, because if this is not your enemy and this is not your adversary and you're not approaching him like that, he
That's it.
needs to meet you with the same mutual respect. So
Please. And thank you.
that's all I got. By all means, write again. Because
Please, I want to hear all about
about
this.
it.
I'm invested.
I hope little baby JoJo was doing great in karate.
Please
I
do not
hope that
call her
what
that.
I don't
Don't
okay.
call her baby
Fine.
JoJo.
But yeah, please write back to us. For everybody listening out there, y'all can write to us too. But also vote. I don't
Please stop playing around.
Yeah,
Just
write
don't
to
play
us
with
and
me.
tell us that you voted. I would appreciate that.
I want to hear all about it. Tell me what your experience was
Who
like.
was in line with you?
Listen, I'm getting ready to start. I'm about to share a post about like the last time I voted for a president. My daughter was in my belly,
Oh wow.
and this time
Oh,
I get to take that little kid to go vote for the first Black, prayerfully, first
it's
Black woman president of the United States.
it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, yeah,
Chronicle
yeah. We're
that.
gonna make this a thing. We're gonna make this a thing. So I'm like, I'm gonna take pictures of my family with all their stickers. Like, this is a thing. This is a thing. Um,
I got my Wrangler denim, my Chucks, and my professional blazer
oh,
ready. My silk
I'm
press gonna be on
ready.
point. I'm gonna
Come
have
on,
my
Silk
pearls.
Press.
It's
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
have braids, but
beautiful.
that'll be fine.
That's fine. It's fine. Because I hope she wear braids to the inauguration.
You would lose
Dear
your yo,
God,
if
I gotta
that all right,
text
let me
her.
tell you, if
I'm
that
gonna tell.
happens,
I'm gonna run around the sanctuary. I
because
will
I don't
actually
know.
run all the way to DC.
At this year, with the way this year goes, if I see her with box braids, I'm losing my shit.
I
Clean,
just I
just losing it.
If she
It's
loves me,
gone.
she'll do it, and I know she loved me, so
I will scream. Do you hear me? Literal scream.
I love it.
But she can't do the hair flip with,
That's
they
fine.
be
Look,
flipping that hair.
girls flip their box braids all the
You about to
time.
knock people out. Like,
That's
don't do
fine.
that. These
That is
joints is
fine.
heavy.
Tim Wall's got to learn how to duck a little
Poor
bit
Tim.
anyway.
You know what though? I'm not gonna knock him. He's still got that football player in there.
He does. He'll
So
be
he's
all
gonna
right.
dodge. Yeah, he'll be all right. He'll be all right.
Take y'all asses outside and vote right now.
Please get your stickers.
See y'all next week.
Bye.
Bye.